Welcome back to the Super Divorce YouTube and or Twitch stations. Nicholas Villars here, aka Super Divorce. Welcome to tonight's edition of Sega Mania. Sega Mania is a live streaming, internet-based program in which we are taking a merry jaunt through the pages of the late great Sega Mania magazine. Sega Mania magazine was a fantastic fan-run, fan-created, fan-funded, fan-supported, yet highly professional video game magazine that ran from 2021 through 2022 for a scant, short 7 issues before it was unceremoniously pulled from the newsstands for God knows why. No one knows why. They took it away from us. But I decided that was not a good ending for Sega Mania magazine, and I said, well, I'm just going to continue celebrating the legacy of the magazine. If they don't want to make more, that's fine. You know, creators have the freedom to walk away from any project whenever they damn well want to, I suppose. But you know what? The fans of those projects also have the freedom to continue celebrating those projects as long as they damn well want. And that's what we're going to do here at Sega Mania. We are maniacs for Sega Mania magazine. The way that the staff at Sega Mania magazine are maniacs for Sega. So what we're going to do here on this program, what we've been doing is we've started at issue number 1 with review number 1. All of the games reviewed across all of the issues of Sega Mania magazine. We will be playing and we'll be reviewing ourselves. And we'll be comparing our Super Divorce review to the review written by, various members of the Sega Mania staff. That's what we're doing here. And tonight we find ourselves at review number 36. Game number 36 from the pages of Sega Mania magazine happens to be a game called Wonder Boy on the Sega Game Gear. Let me look over at the chat real quick. Ghoulie is here in the chat. Hey, Ghoulie. Ghoulie says, Mania! That's how I feel. Mania. I got the Sega Mania running through my bones. Wonder Boy. If you're not familiar with Wonder Boy, let me tell you just a little bit about it. Got a few pineapple tidbits about this game, a few fun facts. Wonder Boy was originally developed by Escape, aka Wee Stone Bit Entertainment, published by Sega in 1986 for arcades. It was an arcade game you would find in your local arcade. You'd play it by standing up in front of an arcade cabinet. This game went on to be released for the SG-1000, the Mark III Master System, the ZX Spectrum, the C64, the Amstrad CPC, as well as, obviously, the Game Gear. In Japan, Wonder Boy was titled Super Wonder Boy for its Sega Mark III release. Also of interest pertaining to the Japanese release. You see, in the Wonder Boy that we got here in North America, the main character was referred to as Tom Tom. His name is Tom Tom. The little kind of caveman looking boy. Caveman looking boy? Caveman looking boy. What you say, looking boy? Such a caveman, I can barely say it with a straight face, looking boy. Wonder Boy himself is known as Tom Tom. But in Japan, in Super Wonder Boy, he was only known as Boy. They didn't give him a proper name, they just called him Boy. Thought that was interesting. Also in the North American release, a little bit different title for this game. It was not titled Wonder Boy here in the States. It was titled Wonder Boy in Europe. but in North America, it was called Revenge of Drancon. And it had a very, very misleading sort of cover art. I'll show you that in a second, because they talk about that in the Sega Mania review. Anyway, this is the first of the storied Wonder Boy series of games, which boasts 7 mainline entries, 3 remakes, and feature spots on compilations for the PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, 360, PS4, Switch, and most recently the PS5 with the Wonder Boy Anniversary Collection. If you're looking to play some Wonder Boy yourself after this stream, don't feel like you have to run and go and buy a Game Gear. You can do that. That would probably be fun. You don't have to. You could always just, if you're a newfangled gamer, if you have a PS5 in your house, you can just get the Wonder Boy Anniversary Collection. Play it right there. But back to the Game Gear version. You know how I mentioned this is a port of an arcade game? Well, if you're wondering what the arcade version looked like, look no further than tonight's stream, because it's nearly identical to the 1986 arcade version is the Game Gear version. They're nearly identical. It's just the Game Gear version has a modified HUD, a modified heads-up display. They had to modify it a little bit. But as far as like the sprites and the backgrounds and the colors and all the doodles and daddles, everything else is pretty much the same. So there you go. A few little tidbits for you, some pineapple tidbits pertaining to Wonder Boy on the Game Gear. Now then, next up, what I always like to do is ask you to take a glance over your television set, and you will see that I have placed there for your eyes a graphic of the Wonder Boy review straight from the pages of Sega Mania magazine. Now, you can follow along right here by continuing to glance at your television set, or you could check the description of this video for a link to the Sega Mania magazine online archive. You can head on over there. You can click on issue number 2, digitally flip to page number, what is this? Page number 44 for the Wonder Boy review. And you can then you can zoom in. You can flip forwards and backwards through the magazine, digitally, of course. I have got my floppy copy. You can hear it flopping around. And I am going to read to you the review written in the pages of Sega Mania magazine issue number 2. Tonight's review comes to us by way of Sega Mania magazine journalist Rob Kirkup. Rob Kirkup had this to say about Wonder Boy. Wonder Boy is a port of the popular 1986 arcade platformer, and as a bonus includes 2 additional areas that didn't feature for arcade gamers, and tells the tale of Tom Tom, the titular Wonder Boy. Tom Tom is a young caveman with blonde hair, and he wears just a pair of underpants made of leaves. Oh, and he has a skateboard, obviously. Things were going great with Tom Tom until his green-haired cave woman girlfriend Tina Things were going great with Tom Tom and his green-haired cave woman girlfriend Tina until some horrible king called Drancon kidnaps her. Tom Tom has no idea where he has taken her. So, armed with nothing but a stone hatchet, which he throws at enemies, and his skateboard, he must complete 9 worlds, each consisting of 4 rounds, which see our Neanderthal hero explore creepy forests, climb spewing volcanoes, and cross vast oceans. If he collects all the dolls scattered throughout the levels, this will open a 10th bonus world. As you would expect from a platform game, there are enemies galore, including bees, frogs, fire, snakes, and some kind of weird blue child with a yellow skirt that looks like a reject from In the Night Garden. Terrifying snails, also. I'll be honest, most of the things trying to kill you look about as dangerous as having a pillow fight with a toddler, when only you are armed with a pillow. Although, obviously, you don't want to tangle with fire or snakes. Well, actually, there's only one poisonous snake in the UK. This magazine's based in the UK, by the way. Rob Kirkup says, actually, there's only one poisonous snake in the UK, the adder. And my extensive snake research, which consists of Google, show that there's only about 50 adder bites a year reported across all of the UK. So I reckon snakes are all right. So just fire them. Beware fire. During Tom Tom's adventure, you will happen across eggs that when open grant you power-ups, such as access to your skateboard and guardian angels that grant invincibility. Beware speckled eggs, as cracking open one of these bad boys can unleash curses or poisonous mushrooms upon Tom Tom. A clever mechanic is that as you progress you lose vitality, but you can collect fruit and other food which are plentiful to replenish this bar. At the end of each world you will fight a boss, and upon successfully defeating them, their head will fall off, and you will continue on ever closer to finding your beloved Tina. The star of the show in Wonder Boy is the skateboarding. Find one of these inside an egg, and Tom Tom is magically wearing a helmet, safety first, and can race through the worlds at great speeds. And this is where the real fun is to be had from this game. The graphics are colorful and charming, the music matches the on-screen action, and all in all, it's a great port. It's pretty much identical to the Master System version, and as I told you, this is me talking now, Super Divorce talking, it's nearly identical to the arcade version. Back to the review now from Rad Kirkup. So if you have that, then this isn't an essential purchase. Otherwise, you may wonder what you're missing if you don't pick this up. So says Rad Kirkup. Now here's a little sidebar. This is about the Revenge of Drancon. Revenge of Drancon? In the US, Wonder Boy was released as Revenge of Drancon, which led to a lot of confusion to our friends over the pond. That would be us here. Me, Super Divorce. Many of whom would have bought this with no idea that this was actually Wonder Boy. The box art that all versions received doesn't help either, as it doesn't match the game at all. It depicts a Mount Doom-esque volcano billowing acrid smoke into the skies above it. Within this smoke is a terrifying face peering down on the world below. So there, as you see, that picture right there on your television screen, featuring the front cover of the North American Revenge of Drancon version of Wonder Boy. If you saw that in the video store, or browsing the aisles at Toys R Us, and you picked it up, you'd think, that would be like this game's going to be like a high fantasy, maybe like a dungeon crawl type game. Something super serious. You wouldn't think that it would be featuring the little boy you see running across your screen there, Tom Tom. You wouldn't think this would be a Tom Tom game. But it is. So, yeah, Ghoulie agrees. He read the Revenge of Drancon section, and it's insane, he says, how that cover was mass-produced and misled people. I'm surprised they didn't get sued. Heard about someone getting sued the other day. What was it? Oh, yeah. There's someone suing Buffalo Wild Wings, I believe. BW3s is being sued because a guy says that boneless wings are actually nothing but chicken nuggets. They're big chicken nuggets. They're not actually... His contention, this guy's butthurt because, I guess in his mind, a boneless wing should be like an actual chicken wing. It should be the meat that you would find on a chicken wing, either a flat or a drum. It'd be that meat off the bone. So if you ordered boneless wings, you would want to open up your bucket full of boneless wings, and you would find flats, and you would find fucking drums with no bone. He said that's not what they give you when you order boneless wing. You're just getting a chicken nugget. The boneless wing meat did not come from an actual chicken wing. I don't know. Good luck on that one, guy. Ghoulie says chicken nuggets are tiny pieces of chicken. Boneless wings are big pieces of chicken without bones. Well, this man is saying no. Boneless wings are nothing but large chicken nuggets. Or maybe you could say chicken chunks. They're large chunks of chicken, but they're not boneless wings, because a boneless wing would only be the meat that came from an actual chicken wing. Otherwise, it's an imposter and it's false advertising. I don't agree. I love boneless wings. But, you know, we'll see how that lawsuit goes for him. Hey, Jess. My wife's here. She said the cat just literally sat under my butt as I was sitting in the chair, like he was... he's fast for a cat. Like he is fast for... Oh, yeah, he is fast for a fat cat. He is. He came out of nowhere. They can kind of teleport. Did someone sue Red Bull? Ghoulie said someone sued Red Bull because they don't actually give you wings. I never heard of that lawsuit. I'm guessing that was thrown out unceremoniously. Okay, so we know about Wonder Boy, and now it's time to give Wonder Boy a shot, please, for a half hour's time. So let me go ahead and fire up Wonder Boy on the Game Gear, and we'll see what it's all about. I'll play it for at least a half hour, and then I'll give you my thoughts on it. Let's see. Let's try. Here we go. It's firing up. There you are. All right. Wonder Boy coming up. Title screen. Ready to go. Area 1, Round 1, lives. I don't know. Is that me? Okay. Alright, there's Tam Tam. Or if we were in Japan, it would just be boy. None of the buttons do anything except C. And obviously the D-pad will move you left or right. There's no crouch button. So we get left, right, jump. Very simple controls. There's an apple. Some bananas. I can't reach those. Well, there's my my stone axe, which I throw with the B button. No range throw it. I can't hold up on the D-pad and throw it upwards or anything. But it seems like... Oh! How did I do that? What did I do? Oh, if I hold up on the D-pad and jump, it gives me a high jump. But I died. Jess said I like that baby. You know, he looks like a baby, but I don't think he's supposed to be a baby. I think he's supposed to be a full-grown man. Or boy. He's Wonder Boy. But he's at least old enough to have a girlfriend, because I think that's who we're going after. We're trying to rescue our girlfriend. Oh, look at that. A snail. What's that? Oh, that's just a rock. Nope. So far, it's not the hardest game I've ever played. What is that? A purse? What did that do? That called in a lady. Is that my girlfriend? I think they said my girlfriend has green hair. Here she comes. No, there's the pink lady again. I don't know what's happening here with this. Maybe that's like a warp, kind of? And my health meter seems to... It goes down just as I make my way through the level. So you have to keep getting the fruit so you don't starve to death and die. Which is interesting. That's a kind of hardcore mechanic for such an upbeat, lively game, isn't it? By just looking at it, you would never guess that this is the type of game where you can starve to death. Oh. Okay, wanna bounce. There we go. That's always kind of tricky. Those kind of spring ups, they try to get you. Goal! Look at it. Yeah, no shit. Ghoulie said, imagine seeing Revenge of Drancon on the cover and then you play a game with 3 controls to start where you're like a baby boy kind of just taking, I would call that kind of a casual stroll. Area 1, round 2 coming up. Here's our start. Here's our skateboard. No! Damn it! Well, that was... So what's the, Alright. Makes me wonder what the advantage is to having the skateboard. I kind of don't want it. Because it was like I couldn't stop myself. This seems fine. This seems like the way that I want to do it. Oh, get up there. No! Come on, boy! Ah, Tom. Alright, well... So it's like... They basically said, we're gonna make it fairly... Not fairly. We're gonna make this game very simple. But also, we expect you to be able to get through it without much trouble. So that's why we're gonna... Oh, shit. See? They lull you into a sense of security and into thinking that you've got it under control. And then they throw stuff like that at you, where it's like this little timing stuff. Okay, I see what... You know, the challenge isn't necessarily going to be in the combat, but it's going to be in these silly little timing issues. There. Now let me... There we go. That one's not moving. There, alright. On to part 2. Gotta make sure to get our fruit so we don't starve to death. I'm just waiting for one of these little cloud puffs to disappear when I'm standing on it. They're probably gonna do that to me at some point. Just throw something at you you could never have planned for. Oh, see, I knew it! I knew it! I knew that was coming. And they do it so strategically and in such a bullshitty way. Where it's like, no, we're gonna let them stand on about 5,000 clouds before we ever throw in one that disappears. See, there you go. What? Okay, well, you can't jump on enemies either. I don't know how many continues I have either. Just because it plays easily and it looks simple doesn't mean it's gonna be. Oh! Ah. How's my game coming along? It's coming along. I actually made some decent progress over the past few days, laying out the map of the playable area in the game. There are going to be some puzzle elements to it, so, you know, trying to put that together. It's fun. Just one of those things you want to make sure you get right. Well, because you don't want to make the puzzles too hard to figure out, but also you don't want them to be overly easy. But I think I mentioned before, it's going to be set in a fun house. So it'll feature some recognizable motifs and themes. If you've ever been in a fun house, which you probably have, I think most people have walked through a fun house before. But a fun house with some horror elements to it. I'm trying to make it a little bit creepy, you know? Because I feel like creepy and puzzling creepiness, they go hand in hand. And I like creepy puzzle games. With maybe just a little bit of platforming thrown in. What the f... Well, I wasn't expecting a fish. Gotta be on the lookout for fish. Oh, I don't have my stones to toss either. Yeah, I got a guardian angel. Oh, that's helpful. How long will she stay with me? She's gone now, so gotta be careful. Right, we got that. Alright. I have to batten down the hatches here. We're at part 4. Whoop. Hup. There's our green-haired Dow friend. Hup. Go! There we go. Got the doll bonus and everything. Or the Dow, as some people say. Some people call dolls Dows. One life remaining. Oh, I just realized holding B down makes you run faster. Up! 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 Oh, boy. Come on, give me just a little bit of... I'd like a stone to toss. Give me my stone axe, please. Got some rolling boulders here. Alright, part 2. There we go. Got my stone axes to throw and toss. What are those? Some scary skulls? Got him. Oh, nice. That was like a fadeaway. Oh, fuck. Well, oh, okay. All right. Another thing they're throwing in. Got to watch out for boulders coming from the left and the right. Tricky. All right. Gonna have to pay attention to that. I was not expecting that. But that's what they do in games like this. They let you feel comfortable. They let you get a little routine going. They let you feel like you're in a groove, getting in the pocket, firing on all cylinders, and then, whoop, here comes some horse shit your way. Just to remind you who's in control. Oh, I don't want that skateboard. That's awful. Why would you even want the skateboard? Maybe I'm missing something, but I don't see what the point of the skateboard is. There's that sweet-ass fadeaway shot right there. That's money. Oh, there we go. You're not getting me. Okay. What's up, Jorphus? How's it going? Just saw you. I've been fixated on the screen here. I've not glanced over at the chat because I'm trying to... No! Oh, boy. Woo! See? Took my eyes off the prize for a second. I almost paid for it. Use some ice. Alright, made it to part 3. Nope. You keep your skateboard. What is this now? Oh, no, it said don't get the spotted eggs there. But that's a bad time. Gotta leave the spotted eggs alone. Oh, oh. That guy blended right in until the last moment. Alright, on to part 4. Hup! What do we got here? What is this? Nope. Keep your skateboard. No one wants it. Got the dowel. And... what makes it nerve-wracking is this is a one-hit and you're dead game. Alright. Got the dowel bonus. Joke of the night coming up from Mr. Jorphus. Let's hear it. Round 4. This sounds like it could be a boss fight coming up. Said we had to fight a boss fight. You knock their heads off. Oh, get up there. Get them nanas. Yep. Up. After they introduced that boulder coming in from the left, I'm kind of nervous now that dudes are going to be flanking me from both sides. Now, what's that? Got a jar of some sort of tincture. Not sure what it was. I don't like having to play in such a like stutter-steppy manner. Did something there. Don't know what that was. Oh no! Oh! Frog! Hey! Alright, joke of the night. Why were two cavemen hitting each other with rocks? Answer? They're just having a pillow fight. Ha ha! Good one, Jorphus. Thank you for, once again, keeping it topical. Caveman game, caveman joke. I appreciate you. Because, you know, if you don't get the joke, you know, it's like cavemen, they didn't have big fluffy pillows. They were using rocks. They were sleeping on rocks. Alright, what is this kind of... I guess it's not so bad. Just trip for a second. Slightly inconvenient, but not too bad. I need some fruit. Let's get our fruit meter up. I'm surprised that, you know, we're not eating meat. You would think the caveman, the titular caveman, the titular Wonder Boy, Tom Tom. You always picture cavemen walking around with a big hunk of meat. But he's, oh, who's this guy? On to part 4. Was that the boss? Watch out now, Tom Tom. Music kind of changing up here a little bit. What the fuck? Okay. Okay. Well, that's bullshit. Fine. Please give me my stone throwing axe back. Or else how am I gonna beat the boss? I can't be expected to take on this guy barehanded. There we go. Alright. Oh, you gotta... That's it! Woo! We beat the boss! Alright. Way to go. Dow bonus and everything. That was quite easy, wasn't it? Maybe one of the easiest boss fights that I've ever fought in a game. Okay, let's see now. Now that I've got kind of an idea of what they want from me. No. Oh, I lost my chance at the bananas. Yep. They really don't give any indication that a cloud's gonna drop until you get on there, and it's like you better be careful because that wasn't good. Okay. Invincibility shield. Our guardian angel is protecting us as we run through this gauntlet of bullshitty dudes. And here we are. Oh, watch out for the frog. Those guys are quick, aren't they? Mm-hmm. Let's wait for that to come back. Oh, let's wait one more time. There we go. I don't want to die trying to land on a cloud again. That's embarrassing. Because it's not like they're moving really fast or anything. You can get caught off guard there thinking, well, you don't have anything to worry about. No big timing issues to... Fuck! See? Oh! Oh, I never even saw him last time. So we got the swordfish to worry about, too. No! Oh! Saved by the bell right there. That was pure ass luck. When I jumped and that one was just rising up to the top. In case you're wondering out there, I'm having a miniature can of Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Anyone else drinking anything? Enjoying a nice, refreshing beverage? Yep. Yep. bananas, fruits, vegetables. I don't know what those are, those green ones. What kind of fruit is that? Those green roundies. Oh! Boy. Really tried to F my A on that one. Put their D right in my BH. Gotta be careful. Up and up, and up, and up. Get our dowel. Whoa, don't land in the far. He's a little bit slippery. You can probably see that. As far as the platforming goes. The platforming is fun though. And I've said this before. I like big, chunky sprites on my platformers. The big, kind of cartoony sprites. I'm a fan of that. Big, big fan. The colors are nice and vibrant. Nice merry-making music. A jar of something. I don't know what that is. Marmalade? It's got an M on it. Could it be a jar of marmalade? Hup! Oh, we lost a little bit of our appetite there when we tripped over that rock. That's okay. Back on it. Oh, what the fuck! It didn't move until I stepped on it with one toe, and then it was just, boop, see ya. Jorfa said the green rounds are melons. They don't look like any melon I've ever seen. What would it be, like a... maybe a honeydew? Better jump on it like that, huh? Whoop, there we go. Ooh, 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 ooh. There's our goal. We were so close. We had to lose a life before. Jorfus is having a cola tonight. And he says there are melons that are green like that. With like a crisscross weird pattern on them. I mean, it's not just a straight up green melon, that could be a watermelon. But it's a different type of design than I've seen on a melon before. I've never been to the grocery and seen that kind of thing. Hup, gotta be careful. Hup. Part 2, here we go. Look at it. You ever seen a melon like that? I have not. Keep your skateboard. Alright, what am I looking for here? Chalice Cataran has joined the chat. Hello, Chalice. Please let me know if I'm saying your name incorrectly. Oh, what was that? That was like a leap of faith. Chalice says, melon! I just got one of the melons. Oh, there we go. Gotta get these guys out of the way. Oh, fuck it! Ah! Fuck! Fuck. Jorfa said there are melons that there are green melons with those very patterns right there. I've never seen one. Please find out what that is and let me know. And I'll order one off eBay and review it on this channel. Because I've never seen one before. And they don't sell them at my local green grocer. So that's why I said I'll probably have to go on eBay and find a third-party melon dealer who specializes in exotic melons. Why did I just do that? I literally walked off the edge. back to the beginning of this one. Alright, give me my stone tosser here. Not my finest hour right there, but we'll get it back. I will not be stopped here. Not yet. Not just... No! Shit! See, I'm getting too impatient. I'm getting too antsy. And that is going to absolutely destroy you in a game like this. In a very simple platformer, where they've already made it like, alright, we're not expecting much from you. We're just expecting you to pay attention to the few things that you have to do to succeed. However, if you stop paying attention and you don't do the things that we're expecting... What was that? Oh, we got our pink-haired lady friend again. She's come back to take us away. Where are we going now? Am I okay? Yeah, I'm okay. Don't worry. Everything's fine. All will be well here. Okay, I see. Now I see the hidden... Once again, not doing my due diligence on that one. Moving too fast, trying to zoom right through the level, and I can't do that. This is not the type of platformer that's going to reward you trying to zoom through the levels if you don't know where you're going. If you don't know what's coming next. Bad idea to try and zoom through this game. See, that's where I died last time. Because I was like, oh yeah, I'll just fucking go ahead and do that. Nope, nope, you're not going to do that. Alright, on to part 4. Get my Dow trophy. That's probably going to fall, isn't it? No, it just moves. Okay. That one's a mover. Oh my gosh. Wow. Am I free? Oh. I'm an American. Oh wait, what happened? I didn't hit continue in time. So it just was like, oh, well, he doesn't want to continue. Alright. Cool. Well, that's about 30 minutes anyhow. So, alright. Okay. I get it. Close content. Take it back out to the old main menu here. So there you go. There's Wonder Boy. Let me flip open this review again one more time here from Sega Mania's Rob Kirkup. So really, he told us at the beginning that this is an arcade platformer. It's a port. I told you guys that what you saw here tonight was pretty much a direct port of the arcade version. If you were wondering, what does the arcade version look like? Looks like that. Looks almost exactly like what we just saw there with a modified heads-up display. Rob Kirkup gave us the rundown on the backstory of the game, the kinds of levels we were going to see, you know. Okay, so yeah, he was accurate in all that stuff. And told us to beware of the speckled eggs. That helped out. That was nice to know. And he called the mechanic where you lose health as you go along, he called that clever. He said that's a clever mechanic where you lose vitality but you collect fruit so you don't starve to death. Yeah, I guess it's clever. It's interesting. Most games don't have anything like that in place. They just allow you to go through the levels, and if you, you know, if you're as careful as you want to be, there's no penalty for that. Having the clever hunger mechanic in the game, that it kind of forces you to, I don't want to say move like super quickly through the levels, but it forces you to take into consideration. You know? It forces you to keep moving in a way that maybe the old-fashioned countdown clock wouldn't. Or even if it was like you're playing a game, let's say you got 90 seconds to get through a level in a simple platformer or something. You know, as long as you keep your eye on the timer, you're like, okay, well, I don't have to hurry up yet. I don't have to hurry yet. I can take my time up to a certain point. But in this game, it's like you're always thinking about that hunger clock counting down, as it were. So you can't stop and dilly-dally too long. You can't take too long to be plotting your next move, because that's always ticking down. Forces you to kind of have to strategize a little bit and prioritize the quickness. But you can't go too quick, because as I was saying, they will penalize you big time for trying to go too fast in Wonder Boy. You know? Okay, hold on. Yeah, people are okay. We're okay. Shalise says, I don't know what happened. Do you mean you don't know what happened to the game? To the stream? Well, yeah, when I'm on the Sega Mania streams, we usually play for 30 minutes. We give the games 30 minutes of our time, and then we stop and give our thoughts and compare our thoughts to the thoughts of the journalists at Sega Mania magazine. And that's what we're doing now. Now we're just looking back at the review of Wonder Boy from Sega Mania magazine and seeing how we feel about the game compared to how Rob Kirkup from Sega Mania felt about the game. So he said that, now here's where I disagree with Rob Kirkup big time. He said the star of the show in Wonder Boy is the skateboarding. Find one of these inside an egg, and Tom Tom is magically wearing a helmet and can race through the worlds at great speeds. But as far as I was able to tell, you can't stop. There's no way to stop. So you can't stop and take a look at what's coming, and that just seemed really inconvenient in a game where they really bring the hammer down on you for trying to go too quickly. So I don't know. I don't know about that. I think I disagree with the star of the show in Wonder Boy being the skateboarding. I did not like the skateboarding. I left the skateboards alone whenever I found them and just moved about on foot. That seemed like a better way to go to me. Rob Kirkup said the graphics are colorful and charming, the music matches the on-screen action. All in all, it's a great port. Pretty much identical to the Master System version, which is also identical basically to the arcade version. So if you yeah, I don't know. So there you go. That's Wonder Boy. Mostly in agreement with Rob Kirkup, except for the skateboarding bit. I really loved the simplicity of it. Very simple platformer, but still challenging, because that simplicity will get you kind of resting on your laurels a little bit here and there. You'll start getting into that zone where you're like, oh, there's nothing happening here. No big deal, I can do this. This isn't that tough. And then out of nowhere they throw something new at you. It catches you off guard. And then you're playing against yourself. You're playing against your own mind, because then you want to race back to where you just were, which can lead to you being frazzled. You start trying to go too fast. You make stupid mistakes, silly little errors. Your lives start dwindling down. Oh, and there you go. Now you got a game over. Now you got to try all over again. See? That's how it works. So every game doesn't need to be a brutally punishing affair to challenge you, you see. But the visuals were pleasant, and the music was very pleasant, and it was overall a very pleasant experience. That's how I would sum that one up. It was a pleasant game to play. I enjoyed it. I would like to play it again. And my score... Let me see. Mr. Jorphus. Mr. Jorphus said his score is 920 Mr. Jorphuses out of a possible 1,000 Mr. Jorphuses. High marks. My score is going to be... I'm going to give this one... I'm going to give it 850 Super Divorces out of a possible 1,000 Super Divorces. I really liked it a lot. I really did. I quite enjoyed my time with Wonder Boy on the Game Gear. And I feel like if Sega would have gotten behind Wonder Boy the way they tried to get behind Alex Kidd, things could have been different for him. You know? They tried to push Alex Kidd as the face of the franchise, while they had a wonderful game like Wonder Boy. We played some of those Alex Kidd games already. Just not... No. There's not fire on all cylinders, you know? Wonder Boy gets the job done. So, yeah. I don't know. Curious. It's a curious thing. 850 is a pretty good score. That's a very good score. I'm saying I liked it a lot. Fantastic game. I would highly recommend checking out Wonder Boy. Give it a shot, please. And there you go. That's tonight's edition of Sega Mania. So until next time, everyone, if you haven't done so, please sub to the channel, bong the gong for notifications so you know when new videos go live, if YouTube feels like telling you. If you would like to follow me on Twitter, you can do so at Super Divorce, on Instagram at Super Divorce Band, and I play tunes, musical tunes from time to time. And if you want to listen to Super Divorce streaming, you can do so on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, wherever you stream your horse shit, you can find Super Divorce music. Just type in Super Divorce and give it a shot, please. That's going to do it for now. So, Chatty Cathy's, thanks for hanging out and chatting. Lurking lurkers, thanks for lurking. Feel free to jump in the conversation at any point if you would like to, and if not, just continue lurking. Still appreciate you. Till next time, everyone, take real good care. Keep kicking ass. Love you lots. Lord willing, I'll be back very soon with another video for you to watch. Bye-bye.